All right. Hey, y'all. So, Wednesday, this was, let's see, what is today? Today's what, the 7th? So this would have been, I'm not math, right? The 5th, I think. Yeah. So, Jim Justice, my governor, unfortunately, announced that Wednesday was going to be a state holiday in remembrance of the life of former President George H.W. Bush. Now, I found this article on WVMetroNews.com. It says the news came on Justice's Twitter account. I am declaring tomorrow, December 5th, 2018, a state holiday and a day of remembrance for President George H.W. Bush, a true American military hero. All state offices will be closed. More info to come shortly. The State Department of Education announced the governor's proclamation means all public schools will be closed Wednesday. Now, my kid had to miss a day of school over this. Now, granted, I loved getting to spend that time with him, but at the same time, he's missing a day of education over a war criminal? Why? So, the State Department, okay, now I don't know, was this just my state? I haven't found out. Oh, I need to do chat. Hold on a sec. I always forget I have to turn it on here. What we got? Did it turn on? Okay. So, I'm not sure if y'all live in a state that you, where your schools and stuff were shut down, just let me know. But it's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. And I know all the information's out there, and if you're watching this, you probably already know about all the atrocities that George H.W. has committed. Hey, Jeremy. But if you don't, he lied to get us into a war. Or there were lies. It was a conspiracy, a literal conspiracy with incubator babies that never existed to get us to go fight and kill for oil, for resources. Now, not only that, but they purposefully targeted civilians. Okay, Rosenfield said that the wife was off as work as a federal employee, but the schools were still open for the kids. Okay. Hey, John. So, 400 civilians that we know of were killed through the targeting of civilian infrastructure. Civilians. That happened one time here. And 20 years later, we're still fighting a name, a war in that name of that killing. So 400 civilians dead. Not to mention the 1 million estimated people that died due to the sanctions from that. So, not to mention all the people that, of ours that died. So we got the day off to honor this piece of shit. We're supposed to be mourning this guy. And the thing is, and I don't understand the other side of it either, the people that celebrate it, because it's not like he was a cog. Cogs can be replaced. It's not like, oh, well, he died and now everything's going to be rainbows and no more war. Nope. When one falls down, they have another one they put right back in. I mean, and let's be honest, he was replaced like a long time ago. I mean, I'm sure he still had some you know, placeholder power, but, you know, they've already moved on. There's already somebody else that's already doing his job. He was, you know, out. Hi, Peter. He had to wait an extra day for a package. No mail. They always gaslight us. Yeah. Yep. You know, we're supposed to be sitting there heaping praise on this guy. And then, you know, what happens when his son gets in office? Same thing. Same thing. And, you know, I was watching Richard Ojeda on one of his last Facebook live streams where he was just really, you know, licking that boot of George H.W. and what a great man he was, and how he signed up under him, and you know, he sent him to fight a good war. That, you know, like, it was just nonsense. I was like, do you even know what you're saying? Like, this is not true. None of this stuff that you're saying is true. None of this stuff. Like, and I get it. And somebody pointed this out in one of my other videos. Is like, you know, imagine devoting 20 years of your life to this and losing people. I mean, of course, you wouldn't want to see the ugliness of it. Like, you want to tell yourself like it was for a good reason, and I get that, and you know, because he doesn't strike me as a bad guy, so it's like, you know, I feel for him, but at the same time, he also wants to be president, and if he can't work that out, then, you know, sorry, like, that's just, you're just wrong on that. We once had a revolution. We have so much more reason to revolt now. Why aren't we? I don't know. That's what I don't understand. Why we put up with what we put up with. You know, people have revolted over less. People, you know, it could be all the antidepressants. It could be. It could be that now it's I don't know. I think a lot of this has to do with like media and stuff, because they, even though we can look around and see the reality, that when we turn on the TV and we watch the news like just soothes it. News tells us, you know, and all that everything's okay. The climate change is just not a thing. Don't worry about that. Just watch Dancing with the Stars. It's all gonna be all right. That's for the other people in government, and those people, they have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. So we don't. And I think another thing is powerlessness. Like, when you think about one person, what is one person gonna do? You know, and that was my thing. It was like, well, there's the government, and they have the army, and they have all these, you know, these are somebody that is better educated, or, you know, has money or something. Like, who am I to like fight this thing? I'm a nobody. But that's what they want us to think, right? Media also makes each of us think that we're the only one who sees the insanity. I mean, that's why I started talking about this Appalachian alliance that I wanted to build. And, you know, between people that do YouTube, people that do journalism, activists like Lissa Lucas, I'd like to just see this all the way throughout, you know, Appalachia, because that's what I always thought. I thought I was alone. And, you know, I was watching Bo the Fifth Column, and he said the same thing, and it's just like, that's, and I've seen other people that have commented on my videos saying like, oh, I thought I was the only one that thought like this. No, that's what they want us to think. Let's see what chat's saying. We're not revolting because social media is a release valve for our anger. Oh, so I see what you're saying. So instead of letting it really build and build and build and build to where we're just like we have to do something, we're letting off a little bit of steam at a time. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm sure for different people there's all kinds of traps that they lay out there for us like that, you know? So, if one doesn't get you, another one might. Hey, Chad. Yeah, Austin, Bernie lit me up too. Yeah. He definitely opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, especially when he was talking about poverty. I always thought poverty was just like something I deserved or something, you know what I mean? It was my own moral failings, and I did not realize, because I thought everybody else was doing okay. It was just me. I didn't realize most people are in the same situation I'm in. We just complain online. Yeah, well, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Probably not in this live stream, but next one. Just a plan of action. Because I know we talk a lot on here, but what kind of, just even if it's something small. I mean, I'm not saying we have to like organize a big rally, but maybe just one little step, or something small enough to where people could do it. More people, just to get their foot in the door. Yes, also, we literally need to congregate. And then network those groups loosely. No command structure, no shared goals, just shared goals and principles. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like we just, um, I need like a Rolodex, just people, because when you're doing something like this, you need people from all kinds. Like, like I said, people that do videos, people that write blogs, people that do journalism. We need people that, make music or go to, web pages or whatever it is that, and just people that want to help out. Just, it doesn't have to be about money. I want to get the focus off of money. And because, most people that need the help don't have the money to do it with. So, but we do need people that are willing to work and willing to think, and just whatever it is that you can do to pitch in. I mean, it might even just be just something so small as, I mean, maybe you can't get out, all right? Maybe, so somebody else can go do a protest or something like that. Maybe just babysit for them, just little things. I mean, if you're willing to help, there's always some kind of work to be found to help out with. But how do we start? Yep, that's why I'm trying to gather up some people. That's why I'm and yeah, I really like that idea. Fun. It life's hard enough as it is. It's hard enough to get people to pay attention to serious stuff. But fun stuff, everybody needs a break every once in a while. Post privately and share with just a few. Huh? Oh, I missed that. You recorded a couple of political videos. You should do it. But let me tell you, first time I did mine, I probably made like 10. And I put them up and I take them right back down. Or I put them up and I make them private. Or, or I sit there for like 4 hours starting over and over and over again, trying to read an article and be like, oh crap, I forgot that point. Let me go back and redo it. I, I was so nervous. It's getting a lot easier because now I'm getting to know, you guys, and I'm starting to feel more confident in my information, like, trusting, how I see things. But at first, yeah, it was Yeah, I still have some that I never put up. But then again, when I first started making videos, I was like back when I was watching TYT, so it was probably some really weird stuff. I'd have to go back and watch it though. Use the tactics. Plus, that's why I also like doing live streams. I can't like, I'm already in it. I can't. There's no taking it down now. Use the tactics of the elite against them. They're crushing us, squeezing us to death. That pressure makes people desperate for relief. Why not offer it to them in a fun support group? um, yeah. So, and that's what I've noticed is, especially around here, it's it's really sad, and you got people that are isolated, and sometimes you just need somebody to come over and just be like, hey, um, how you been? You doing all right? Do you need anything? I'm heading to the store. Do you want me to pick something up for you? You know, you want to come over later? Maybe cook out or something. Just touch base with your neighbors and make sure, are you okay? Just, let's just get you out and get just a little bit of socializing, a little bit of fun, you know? And when you do that, you know, you get to have conversations with them, get to know what's going on in their lives and what are they struggling with. Huh? No offense. Oh, nah, you have to try harder than that to offend me. It's all good. I don't think I've seen you in here before, Davey, but welcome. Yeah. All good. It's all good. So, what time is it? 12:30. Oh, okay. So, did you want to do another live stream? I didn't want to keep this one too long. Not to sound like Jamal. But it's been like 17 minutes, 18 minutes, and I just wanted to do a really quick one about my stupid governor. God, that guy's so fucking weird. I just can't. Gosh, I don't know if y'all have ever watched any of his videos. I used to go on a tear with him, but anymore it's just so. It's like making fun of Fox News, you know? It's low hanging fruit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this one and then I'm going to come back, do a different live stream, and we'll talk about some of this stuff, like our plan of action. Alright. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll be right back.